So everyone's ready for the second match out of this best out of 3? Here we go. Second match. For the ones that didn't watch the first one, you better go check it, or else I'm gonna spoil you guys with the result. As you can see here, once again, taken from last night, MLG DC. Best out of 3 series played between IdrA, the red Zerg here, and the blue Protoss KIWIKaKI. This time, like I was saying, it's the second match, and here comes the spoiler for the ones that didn't watch the first game. KIWIKaKI is on the lead, winning 1-0, and now IdrA just decided to go for Scrap Station. As you guys know, this map favors Zerg basically on most matchups, and it's fairly easy to get the early hatchery there and pick up the expo because of the very long rush distance. But seems like that KIWIKaKI is already sending something. He's already sending his probe very early into IdrA's base. I'm not sure if he's going to try to do something similar to what he did on the first match, but it is a lot of pressure on the early game for IdrA, though he's obviously used to it. He knows what to do and how to answer back, but still, it's a very complicated situation for any player to handle early on the game. For now, it seems like he's just sending his probe to check out on the main base of IdrA. Well, it's so soon that there's basically nothing here, and IdrA might be considering gathering the 300 minerals required to get the hatchery. Here he comes, sending 2 drones at the same time, so I think he's expecting KIWIKaKI to do the same thing he did on the first match. There's the probe trying to fill in the space that is supposed to be for the hatchery to be placed, but IdrA with 2 drones actually able to place the hatchery. Nice play, and KIWIKaKI answering back with a pylon here on this corner. Wait, what is this? Are we going to see a photon cannon rush on the natural expo from IdrA? This is going to be annoying. KIWIKaKI just placing a lot of early pressure into IdrA's game. Yeah, there it is, the pylon. What is he going to do next? Let me look production tab up for us to follow it. There it is, photon cannon going down. And as far as I know, photon cannon will be built first before this hatchery actually gets up. So I'm not sure if IdrA is going to cancel this or not, but let's follow it and see what happens. Big pressure by KIWIKaKI at the moment, while he's just slowly building his main entrance. Seems like he's going to prepare some kind of wall off here, maybe a diagonal line here, just locking both expos at the same time. IdrA still going for his hatchery, but now finally the photon cannon showed up, and he's going to slowly start poking at his hatchery here. Cancelled photon cannon, the second one. Will IdrA let it build, or just got it cancelled? Cancelled and recover the minerals, and whoa, nice play there, just got another expo a lot further away from his main base. This is going to be hard to defend. He needs at least to spread his creep as much as possible, but seems like he was just pressured into this situation because KIWIKaKI just placed beautifully those photon cannons there, and well, IdrA basically wouldn't be able to have his hatchery there for a long time. Meanwhile, KIWIKaKI on his main base, he's just extended his base, and as you can see, seems like he's going to make some kind of wall off here, that with this debris he will have both of his bases protected at the same time. It's a good option, but he's stretching his base a lot. It's going to be risky. Meanwhile, IdrA trying to finish off his hatchery here on this this one is supposed to be like the third expo or something like that. On this situation, it's going to be his first expo, second base, and KIWIKaKI leaving his probe here on the corner. He might be having some plans later on. I guess we're going to have to follow it later. Queen out. He needs to get some creep tumors going. He needs to start spreading the creep. This is going to be important, or else it's going to be very hard to defend this hatchery here. Meanwhile, KIWIKaKI already finished his wall off. You see this positioning here, very good. You just guarantee both bases at the same time, and he can actually expand if he feels like it. Already drones getting transferred to the new base from IdrA, and IdrA going for the lair on this very open base here. It's very complicated to defend, but he's taking his chance. He's going to place it here and pass to the second tier of tech. Still this photon cannon here, so I don't think that IdrA is even consider going for any kind of expo anytime soon there. You just have a couple of Zerglings around. What else is he getting? I think he's just preparing the lair. Not sure if he's going to transition into Mutalisks. You know that the air rush distance on this map is very short, so might be a good idea. And meanwhile, KIWIKaKI getting 3 more gateways into his main base, going to work out of 4 gateways with warp gate technology getting researched. And look at this probe that he kept hidden here. Pylon being placed here with warp gate technology is going to be able to warp in units on this situation here, on this location, and apply a lot of pressure on this hatchery as well. IdrA just having a lot of trouble today with KIWIKaKI. He's just relentless on the pressure since the early game, since basically the beginning of the game, that he doesn't let go from IdrA, and IdrA has to resist all of this offense while he's preparing his game. As you guys can see, for now, getting an Overseer, and roaches are going to start popping out. There it is, the Roach Warren, picking up also the second gas on his main base. Meanwhile, here comes Teleport warped in, 4 Stalkers shooting at the lair. This lair needs to be defended. He's going to lose his tech if he doesn't defend it properly. But what else does he has here? All his workers, all his drones just on that corner, hoping for this small group to be fended off, but he needs more Zerglings. And KIWIKaKI placing beautifully his units here, making sure that he doesn't get the full surround with the Zerglings, and getting 4 more Zealots into the fray. Oh, all those Zerglings getting killed so fast, only 1 Queen and 1 Roach trying to defend this assault. This is so much pressure to IdrA. Will he be able to fend off this assault? Here they come trying to approach the Natural Expo from IdrA, which basically isn't the Natural Expo, it's just an Expo, but it's his first Expo out of his main base. And now he's pulling ahead, trying to get all of those Stalkers out of his base, getting some static defenses now, some Spine Crawlers going down, while he ports in more units, and finally there's a fairly good group of Roaches fending off this assault, shooting all the units that get ported in. There's still 5 Stalkers applying the pressure here. This is a lot of pressure on this base so early in the game. IdrA needs to do something about this. Since he got already the lair tech, maybe he should consider getting an Hydralisk then, which is fairly useful and effective against gateway units. But for now he's still defending it, but this pylon has been very annoying. Income wise, how are we? Still balanced. IdrA is still in this game, even with all of this pressure, and the fact that KIWIKaKI is just able to build his base just fine, no pressure at all on his side, and still IdrA is able to keep up the pace and stay close, even though he's a bit behind on the harvester count. There it is, Queen spotting this pylon, slowly poking at it. There's more units getting ported this time on top of the base, while KIWIKaKI already picked up his Expo, the Natural Expo here, and is going to benefit from the income from both sides, while he has the bases walled off here. Very well played, and there's already several units on this high ground here. The Roaches know that they're there, obviously, and the Queen probably spotted them as well. Let me just take a look at the view from IdrA here. I'm pretty sure. No, he can't spot anything there at the moment, only the pylon, but I'm pretty sure he knows that he has to do something about that place, or else that pylon might be really complicated. Meanwhile, IdrA just decided to go for a counter-attack. Zerglings and Roaches applying the pressure, trying to destroy the destructible debris instead of going into this wall that KIWIKaKI created. Almost down. Will he be able to enter the Natural Expo? This is going to be pretty impressive. Meanwhile, there's 3 Roaches battling the Stalkers that were there on the high ground, but now KIWIKaKI will have to do something about the offense being placed on his Natural Expo and main base if he actually destroys this wall off here. There's only a single Stalker here, there's not much of a force. Meanwhile, IdrA preparing an assault. Will it be like a two-place assault, like moving here and on the main base at the same time? Pylon trying to wall off the place, KIWIKaKI making sure that it's going to be able to contain this advancement by IdrA, but IdrA trying to shoot down the buildings. The forge is already down. There's reinforcements coming from the back, and KIWIKaKI forced to pull all of his probes out of the mineral line. Big blow on his economy. Large amount of Roaches trying to shoot down as many units as they can. There goes a gateway down, and there's more coming from the back. Oh, now IdrA just pulled back once again, focusing fire on the pylon, diverting the attention from KIWIKaKI, and making a two-way move. As you can see, very nice played. Pincer attack with all the Zerglings on the back of the Stalker, surrounding all these units. Excellent play. And now KIWIKaKI entering desperation mode. He needs to pull everything here and defend this place. Way too big of an offense. Will he be able to hold this off? Doesn't seem like it. He's actually building gateways there, but it will be just way too late. Beautiful answer by IdrA, and GG out of this match for KIWIKaKI. Excellent reply by IdrA. He was actually able to fend off the big pressure early in the game and just counter with those big mass Roach and Zerglings and put KIWIKaKI into defeat. Awesome play. Beautiful move here on Scrap Station. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Let's go for the third one.